Hello there assassins and welcome back to another Hawkins Square Wheelassassin guide. This is Hawkins Square episode number 20. Would you believe episode number 20? That is crazy. We are in the 20s now with these episodes. And we have made some insane progress, as you guys know. So we're going to be finishing up this back alley today, and then basically once we've completed this back alley, we'll be then onto a nice pausing section to then get the library plan up and then get the library done too. So that will be coming in a few weeks time, but today kind of finalizes this series for now, which is insane. So yeah, I mean obviously there's the tutorial version over there, but you saw nothing. Anyways guys, let's get some materials and crack on with today's tutorial. Alright then guys, so the materials we want to grab to begin, we are going to take ourselves some light grey concrete powder, some white concrete powder, some calcite, some stone slabs, andesite slabs, and finally some waxed oxidized copper. Basically the aim we're going for here in this first bit is we're going to be building this right side road alongside the cinema here, and then we're going to be building this left side road that runs alongside this building here, and that will basically allow us to add the alleyway in the middle here between these two major roads. So that's going to be very, very helpful. Also in the intro I mentioned this being kind of the last section before getting on to the library, which of course we don't have a plan for at the moment, but I did forget about one building. Now it is semi-important because we see it in a scene where Nancy is coming across the road, and it's obviously the scene we see the cinema in, when she sees the graffiti on the cinema sign, and she goes to walk down the alley, and of course that's where Jonathan and Steve have their fight. Well, behind Nancy over here, there's a scene that's kind of filmed from this perspective here, and it shows the building behind Nancy. Now of course with it being in the show I had to go ahead and build it in Minecraft too, and it is called Rental Solutions just here, and I have built it on my original plan, so we will be going to do a tutorial on that one too. I think I just need to complete up the rest of that street and then we'll get that one done too. So yeah, that will be obviously coming as well, but I did forget it in the intro, so my apologies for that guys, but hey, we got there in the end. I also completely forgot, but you're also going to need some of this yellow concrete as well, and this is the dividing line between the two sides of the road. Okay, so firstly we want to take our calcite, and we're going to build 7 of these lines in total. Now we have number 1 already done for us, lovely. We're going to leave a gap of 3 between each one, so this will be number 2, and then we'll do a number 3, then we'll do a number 4, number 5, oops, number 6, and number 7 over here, and then we just build these in toward each other, and this will be our car parking spaces over here diagonally alongside this roadway, like so. There are also going to be 4 of these lay-by looking car parking spaces up here, each worth 7 blocks in width. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we build here for the line. Basically we want the outline of this to be around 7 blocks in length in the middle here, or width, it depends how you look at this. I guess that would be length because width would be 3 blocks along, like that. So remember 4 of these, so we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because we go up here to make that 8, the 7 in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, upwards once again. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and upwards once again before reaching the yellow line there. Now that's absolutely fine that you're not going to be directly in line with it, that's actually good. So don't worry about that guys. Now there's going to be 2 bits of carpet here, so if you want to pick block, feel free to add those in. But I'm going to go ahead and take my slabs firstly and place them alongside here and back up to the junction over there where we started. So I'm just going to alternate between my andesite and my stone again, maybe doing 3s and 2s, every now and again swapping my material around for the opposite one. Until I get up here, I'll just texture this a bit more. There we go. So now we're up to there, and we have ourselves this curbway lined out too. Now beyond this curb, there isn't much going on over this way. To be honest, it's kind of boring. And of course we have the back of this building here, and I'll probably go ahead and build the front of this building just so we can, you know, finish up this part here and it will look a bit more clean. So instead, what we do is we go along from where our carpet is, which is of course here. We'll run along to where the brick starts over this way, and we'll take ourselves our light grey concrete powder, and we'll just want to build 11 to the right this way, and this should take us to the end of that building. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, just there. If it doesn't, which it doesn't, that's actually a good thing, because we don't actually need all this space. But what I am going to do is, because I'm going to build the front of this building as well, not today, but I will do it eventually. I will build all the way to the end of this grass, just so that we have that ready for next time. You know, that'll save us some time. Perfect. Now there's going to be another 2 parking spaces down here, lay-by parking spaces for these ones, and these ones also start just after the yellow on the top there. So we will come down to the yellow over here, in line with it over this way, and we'll jump to the next one along over here. Now remember, we're not actually going to be building right against the curb, because of course we haven't built the curb in yet. So you can start 1 block up. I believe I was here, wasn't I? Yep, just here. I'm going to go up for 4, 2, 3, 4 with my calcite, and then I'll go to my right side for the 8 to then build this lay-by. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 back down here. So I've got myself 7 in the middle here, and then I want to do another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 back down here for the second lay-by just here. Perfect. So now we'll come back down here and we'll take our slabs again, and we want to go ahead and texture these once again until I think it's about the second block from the end of these lines. So we will double check when we get down here, but I'm pretty sure we don't finish this the whole way, because we want this to look kind of you know, a little bit messed up and rough and stuff. So we'll go in line with the line just here, we leave this one off, and there's actually going to be some gravel in this area here for these 3. Then there'll be our normal copper for our pathway, and then we'll do a couple andesite blocks in the ground up here. So we'll use our slabs for these ones, just here. And then it will go back to copper all the way along for the pathway up this way. So that's absolutely fine now. What we'll do though is just go ahead and mark out this space so we know what to fill in for later. So I'm going to take my concrete powder just along here, so that everything beyond this point going forward is of course going to be our concrete powder, and that'll just help us out for when we sort of blitz this in a moment. So I'll do that just there. Awesome. Now we can take ourselves the yellow line going right the way to the end of this road. It is pretty boring, doesn't change at all. So we just go right the way down here to there like so, and bring this back like, there we go, like so. Then we're also going to take ourselves a couple andesite blocks up here, and this will then texture the alleyway to make it look like a more run-down road. Of course, this one looks relatively new, it looks like it's well kept for the town, but this road up here, obviously it's not really the main road, so it doesn't need to be like, you know, filled in with the potholes and all that sort of stuff. So it has been let down in the past few years. So for that, we're going to take ourselves andesite. We'll come next to the line, but we'll leave a block, and we'll go 3 of our slabs here, slab blocks even. We'll do a 4th one. We'll come back down on the second one. We'll leave a gap here, and we'll do 1, then diagonally down for 1, and back up for 1. Then we go next to our concrete powder just in here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up on myself here, and diagonally in up here. Awesome. That looks good. I'm going to drop back down here. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 just here. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm backtracking to this one to build another one there. Next to this one on the left side will be a drain. So I'm going to build another block besides the drain here. Up and to the left for another one. Diagonally up to the left in the middle of these 3. And then back across for 2 over this way. And finally, diagonally up for 1. And there we go, that just adds a bit more texture to this ground area just here, and making it look like the sort of grey of this road eventually sort of seeps into a more darker grey for this more let down road up here. Wicked. Alright guys, what we're now going to do is take our light grey concrete powder and fill in all of the blocks of grass in this, what am I trying to say, in this sort of area here. So every single outline we've made, you know, in our parking spaces, in between our blocks just here, following the road. So obviously these ones are the edge of it just there. So within this gap, within this one, those parking spaces, and all along here. But leave off this section behind, guys. That is not going to be included today. So let's get this done, and then we'll get back to it. Alright then, guys, so now we have gone ahead and filled up that mammoth task of a road. We are now going to head over to the other side of the alleyway and build up this one. Now I promise this one is a lot easier because there's not as much to do. So for this one over here, we're firstly going to bring our curb along to about a block in on our alleyway. So of course you want to leave yourself 3 or 4 blocks, I believe it is, 4 blocks before the curb, but then you can just go ahead and do your alternating patterns between your 2 slab materials until you reach where we previously started. And then just go ahead and change up the texture of these ones too, just to give it a bit more detail, like so. Epic. That looks good. Then you can come across to the other side, and on this one, on my original one, I didn't actually texture or complete up this road entirely, which was kind of lazy of me. So if you would like, we can do that together today, as it's going to be pretty easy to do. We'll just take our slab materials coming to the end like so, and then we'll do that on the other side as well, because there's not much going on the other side of this road. So again, we can do the texturing up this way, and then we'll just continue this going down to the end of this grassed area like this. It is a slow task, indeed it is, but once we do it and once it's done, we don't have to worry about it, so that's good. And obviously it looks pretty cool as well, like it shows how much effort you put into this this detailing, which is really cool. Now for this white line here, the singular white line, this one is obviously the lay-by to get in if you want to turn right here at this intersection. So we're going to need to make this lay-by quite long in case there's a lot of traffic. So we're going to bring this in line with our slab that we just placed. That ends off the curb here. So we'll bring that one back just to there. We'll bring our yellow line right back to the end of the road like we did on the opposite side of our alleyway. So up this way. Bring it right back to right forward, and then we can bring up ourselves to actually a cluster of these lay-bys up here. We'll do about 4 of them over here, and I'll probably add in 2 if I can get 2 down that way, maybe even just 1. We'll see how we get on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We cut this one in half here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 will be here, of course. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is here. And then another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is just here. And that will be just before the final slab here for the curb, which is actually very, very useful indeed. There we go. Now up this way, I'm going to start 1 block in from the curb and build myself up for 3 and 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 just here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 just here. Perfect. And if you want to go ahead and add in another block up this way, so it symbolises that there's probably more parking spaces beyond what we're building, then feel free to do that as well. Alright guys, you know the drill. Everything beyond this point, every grass block in this radius is going to be filled in with our light grey concrete powder. And you can also fill up between the slabs here, as there isn't much different texturing going on, as this side of the alleyway seems to be well kept. Like this building here takes care of their road part, which is cool. So we're going to go ahead and fill in everything beyond this point with our light grey concrete powder. Let's get this done. Okay then guys, whilst we have this hotbar of materials, obviously the last material that we haven't used yet is this wax oxidized copper. So we're going to come down here to this grassed area, and we're literally just going to fill in all 4 of these lanes up to the end over here. So yeah, pretty simple stuff, even through where the road is and the alleyway obviously begins. Do it through here as well, so the pathway just goes over that section, and then yeah, we'll be ready to move on to the actual alley itself. Okay then guys, so coming back down to this side of the alleyway, behind the cinema here, we'll take ourselves a jungle fence gate, a jungle slab, a jungle fence, flower pots, jungle stairs, some dirt. I know we have quite a lot of it to spare right now, but trust me, we'll need it. Oak slabs, a beehive, and some mud as well. Now first things first, as you may have gathered, we're going to be building the staircase that leads us onto this door up here. So we'll want to bring ourselves some slabs out firstly from the section just here and actually build ourselves a block. Now I'm going to use my jungle. I'm going to use jungle for this bit. I'm going to go here and build a jungle block, just like so. Then a slab, and basically do slabs or block. Actually, we'll do blocks. Yeah, we'll do blocks. 2 blocks from the end up here, like so. Before then, switching up to the stairs, of course, like so. And then further from that, we'll build ourselves a block here. We'll do an upside down stair just here, next to the stair. A slab beneath it. We'll leave a gap and do a slab. We'll leave another gap and do a slab. Another gap, slab, and another gap for a slab here. Now then, we'll take ourselves a jungle fence gate here, 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 and then this one will be a jungle fence, as will this one, just like so. These ones can now go across the top here. These are going to go all the way until 2 blocks from the final fence, so up here. Well, actually, there. There's going to be an oak slab on top of that jungle fence gate, and then this fence will go up, connecting here, and then we'll stick a beehive just here, like so. Down beneath this one over here, you can take yourself to the actual slab, that would probably be better, and add in yourself a fence just here. Then we'll take ourselves a mud block over here, to then stick ourselves a flower pot on top, like so. Back here we'll take our dirt for 1 and 2, and then over here we'll take ourselves mud, like this, with a flower pot on top. Then 1 block away, 2 more pieces of dirt over here, like so. And then what I might do now, whilst I've got rid of my beehive, is take myself some grass. I'm going to place this on the dirt just so that it doesn't, turn back into grass over here, as that one's already done, like so. Well, I apologise guys, I'm trying to up my professionalism on YouTube, especially with audio quality, and then the Royal Navy decide to fly massive helicopters over my house 24/7, so yeah, sorry about that. Anyways, well, our grass is still changing back, obviously from the dirt, but as long as we have the grass in there, at least we know that, there's supposed to be a dirt block under that. So if that happens, never mind, it's fine. It's fine. I'm crying on the inside, but it's fine for now. I'll take myself another, it would be a dirt block, but as it just changes, we'll just use our grass just here, like so. Awesome, I think this section is looking pretty good. We need 1 more jungle fence over here, and then yeah, we're looking pretty good. Epic. Yep, happy with that. That looks awesome. Now I'm going to get only the pieces of mud done today underneath the flower pots, or in this section, sorry, because we obviously need them. Otherwise, if I go ahead and destroy that, it destroys my flower pot. So in order to place all the flower pots at the same time, I need to place the block underneath of it, which is of course going to be mud blocks most of the time. Now over here, I'm going to take myself my grass, I'm going to stick another one here, and I'll come to this first window here, this slab of the window. Down below, 2 blocks away, on the 3rd one, grass over here. On this big loading bay, I'll take 1 just on that corner piece. Then I'll stick myself over here to my first oak. I want to go ahead and stick 1 to the left of this area, with a flower pot and obviously mud block beneath it, just here. Then I'm going to come over this way a bit, and I'm going to take myself another grass just before the big loading area, where of course we have the graffiti. Awesome. Then I'll go a little bit further beyond this. I'm going to go to this one just here, so the second one in before that window up there, and put myself grass. And then I'm on to the brick building over here. I'm going to go myself about 4 blocks in on this building. 4 blocks or 3? It's 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'll stick myself grass, and then I'll do 1 diagonally to the right. Forward, that is. Down here beneath the door on the left side is going to be mud with a flower pot. Moving on, we come up to the quartz now, and we want to take ourselves to the second block of quartz, adding in ourselves a grass just here. Then we'll go 1, 2, and forward from this, grass just here. Now we're going to zip along to the over here, the sort of right side of this doorway. We're going to go 2 blocks beyond this dividing section. 1, 2. There will be a dirt block down here, but it's just going to change to grass in a minute anyway, so we'll leave that off. We'll go diagonally though and build one here of grass. I think besides that, where I said that dirt block will be actually some grass, so we'll do that just here, like so. Yep, that's looking pretty accurate. And then there's going to be a dirt block here, a mud block here with a flower pot on top. Down to the right side of this doorway, there are going to be 3 blocks, 1, 2, 3. Then the dividing line, which will be just a grass block, so we'll leave that empty. Diagonally in front of this, we'll do the grass just here. Now we come on to the left side of the end doorway, down here. We'll leave a gap here, then place grass, and then diagonally forward for some more grass just here. Then we'll come over to the end of this building over here, so not this one, just the second block in, leave this empty, and come forward to then build yourself a flower pot. Oops, don't forget the mud. Then a flower pot just here. Now as you have these materials on us, we are going to do the flip side as well, which is mostly just grass as well, with the occasional flower pot. So again, most of this side is, I'm actually going to say all of this side, but that could be a bold statement, we'll see. All of this side is going to be mud with the materials on top. So I'm going to come down from this textured wall here. 1, 2 with my mud, and then my grass on top. Then I'm going to go to the left of this one. 1 flower pot. 2, 3 with my mud, grass. 1, oops, that's a fence gate, not mud. And then here for some more grass just here, like so. Next one up will be just near this door right at the end, but this one firstly, this textured window. We'll go 1, 2 with our mud, grass in here. Right outside this doorway will be grass and a flower pot, then grass. Over here next to the brick block, we want to do ourselves 1, 2 mud, grass. Right down this way, I believe this is going to be on the 3rd textured one from the end, so this one just here in the middle. There's going to be a grass on top of a mud block. Brilliant. Up to the final one up here, we want to come backtracking to the left side, just up here for 1. Going down to the floor for 1, 2 and 3. On 3, grass on there. On the door up here, we're going to take ourselves to the 2nd quartz, and we're going to go 1, 2 for some more grass. There's also going to be one behind the Camaro that's up here on this road, so we're going to go for next to the smooth zone, mud and grass there. Then we go along to the brick blocks on this side of the wall, and we are just going to run a strip right to the, well, almost right to the end, leaving about 3 blocks from the end. So here, like so. Then there'll be grass here. Actually, I might do that. No, I'll leave that one. It's actually pretty good. So that's that one there. Then we're going to do another one just besides this window. So leaving a gap of 2. Another gap of 2 here. And then one just beneath this window here, like so. And that's that. Brilliant, we've used all the materials we have here. It's starting to look like a really run-down alleyway, which is absolutely perfect. So good stuff, guys. Well done. Alright, guys, the next load of materials we will need, we're going to need a smoker, rail, polished andesite stairs, polished andesite slabs, some chains, smooth stone, oak trapdoors, spruce trapdoors, and oak planks as well. Okay then, so beyond this staircasey area just here, we want to take ourselves 4 smokers in the corner down here, but make sure that on each side is exactly the same, so we don't want the actual front of the smoker shown at any point. We're then going to take rail on top of this, and you'll probably have to shift or crouch click for this final one, and we're trying to make like an air conditioning unit on the back of these buildings, so of course we want the rail to be in a circle like a big fan. Awesome. Now let's take ourselves an upside down andesite stair just here with a slab beneath it. I'm going to stick myself a slab just here to then put a chain here and then remove the slab, and then do 2 chains just beneath what we just built, like so. I'm going to take myself smooth stone, and I'm going to go next to this part of my sort of window of the loading dock just here. And I want 6 blocks in total just here to the right. Beyond this grass just here, we're going to take ourselves another 4 smokers. And then of course rail again. Like that. Now we come on to a big box up this way. And this is going to be 2 blocks away, so literally just in this space up here. Now for this one, what I did was build a block of 8 blocks of oak planks in total. And then folded oak trapdoors on every side. Like this. Including the front. Like that. But then I did myself a spruce trapdoor here. And then 2 more over this way on the left side. Like that. Just to swap it up a little bit. Change it up. Make it look cool. Then over here we're going to take ourselves a chain. And we're going to go where this grass is. I think I may have misplaced this one. I'm going to take myself a chain instead. And then I'm going to take myself 3 lots of chain that are going to go this way. So leaving basically like a diagonal gap between the singular chain on the floor. Because that's where our lever is going to be just afterwards. So we do that for now. Cool. Good stuff. Looking good. Over this way, where we have the grass just here, there's going to be a block of iron in front of this, which we'll get afterwards. But for now you can come to the second block forward and fold up 2 spruce trapdoors with 1 to the right. And also 1 on top of the one on the left, like so. That looks good. Okay, over this way, we're then going to do ourselves on the second block in on our brick just here. We'll take chains. I believe these go right up to the roof. So I'm just going to build them right up to the roof at the moment. If I need to destroy some of them later, that's fine. But for now, I'll just bring them up to that slab just there. Cool. Now I want to take myself over this way to the right of this doorway. 2 blocks away from the doorway, I'm going to take myself my smokers once again. And, oh, actually, it seems... Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to build it just here. Instead, I'm going to do 1 block away and build these ones here. Remember to do them back to back again, like so. Rail on top, all in a curvature shape. Curvature shape, is that even a word? I have no idea. In a circular shape for your fan just there. And on the left side of this, we actually want to stick ourselves a chain going upwards, so you can crouch or shift click for that one. And this one will go upwards to, again, I think the top of the building. On my images I have here, I can't see if it goes up to the top of the building, so again we may have to destroy these a little bit afterwards, but there's definitely chains here, so that's cool. Brilliant. Okay, the next thing to do is to go a bit further along to the gap between these 2 doors, where we have ourselves this flower pot. We want to build ourselves a chain just here, suspended in midair, and another chain above the flower pot, suspended again. So it's going to be just here, like so. Wonderful. We can next take ourselves along even further to the final end where the door is up here. And we'll do ourselves a chain. So we've got the flower pot over here. We'll leave a gap of 1, 2, and 2 chains are going to go back here. Like so. There'll also be a third one just up here diagonally to the left. Like that. As far as this side goes, I don't believe there's any more chains. But I will just quickly scan through and have a quick look. Oh, there's a few. Okay, so it's going to be to the right of this doorway. There are going to be some... I forget what they're called now. But they come out of the wall over here. So we're going to do them just above the glass just here. Like that. For 1. And this is going to go up a bit further. Again, I'm going to build this a bit too much. Because, you know, you can never have too many chains. But if I do need to destroy it, that's better than having to grab a new material once again. So let's just build these up to the same layer like so. This one's just slightly higher up like that. Brilliant. Now, even further along, I'm just checking for chains. I don't think there's any more. Nope, we're all good with these materials. So that's it for these materials. We can now grab some more. One quick thing, Assassins, that I just noticed when clearing my inventory is we forgot one oak trapdoor. It's completely my fault. It just goes on top of this beehive over here, like so. It is not the biggest of details, but it's something that was kind of bugging me when I came back over, and I was like, ah, Forgot that one. But there we go. That's in there now. We can get ourselves an entirely new hotbar of materials. Right then, so let's now take ourselves a grindstone, item frames, a lever, iron trapdoors, acacia trapdoors, a block of iron, cauldrons, crimson trapdoors, and nether brick slabs as well. Now then, we're going to want to go ahead and start with our, I think, our lever. It is going to go just here, like so. Then we're going to take ourselves an item frame, and this one will go just over, we'll go just up here, like that. It is a weird one, but we're going to go ahead and pick block ourselves a block of oak just here, and then get ourselves back our lever, like that. It just saves another material in a hotbar that we've already used. So that's good, that is now done. Up over here, you can take yourself 2 of the iron trapdoors. There's going to be one up here, and there's going to be one beneath it, like so. We'll do an acacia trapdoor just folded up the end up here, and then we'll add in our item frames ready for banners a bit later on. So we'll do 5 for buyers, then we'll do the IS, so is, space away an A, and then we'll do the the perv bit down here for 4 letters, like so. Cool. Then we'll take a block of iron behind our spruce with an iron trapdoor on. We'll do a cauldron back here with a crimson trapdoor on, just like so. Brilliant. Now over this way, we want to take ourselves across. Oh, actually, we can do some stuff up this way. We'll come up to the first layout of our sandstone and follow this along to next to the chains and do ourselves another iron trapdoor on iron trapdoor just here. Over this way, we can take ourselves to the andesite this time, along to the right side of the doorway and where the chain is over here, and build these just in here like so. So they literally just go to the top part of the door and bottom part of the glass block, like so. Now over this way, we'll take ourselves another 2 cauldrons. These ones will go, well, firstly, to the left of this doorway, 1, 2, and 3, and on 4. Then we'll do one diagonally to the right forward. Both of these will have nether brick slabs on, like that. Over this way, where we have ourselves these pieces of grass with flower pots, we'll do ourselves a grindstone just here. Then we'll take ourselves a cauldron just 1 block in front of it, and 1 over here. And both of these will have slabs on again, just like so. Now over this way again, there's going to be another piece of iron. Our iron trapdoors will go here and here, like so. Now we'll take ourselves down this direction, quite far actually to the end, and we'll do another iron trapdoor sort of thing just up here, with another 2 cauldrons just around the chains like so. Then don't forget your slabs, and that concludes that bit. Cool. Okay, next part we'll spin around to this way. As you guys know, there are quite a lot of cauldrons on this side. It's going to be a good part to get done. We'll take a cauldron here, here, and 2 stacked up here. This middle one will have an iron trapdoor on just here, so shift or crouch click for that one. Going along a bit further, we will come to this door all the way down here. We'll leave 1 block between the flower pot and then a cauldron here, 2 here, and 1 forward. Actually, I'm going to go diagonally, I think. Nope, so I'm going to place 2 just here, 1 just here, and then 1 over here, like that, around this grass block just here, or this grass piece. And then an iron trapdoor on that one just there. And now what I'll do is I'll find my chains again, which are going to be just over here. I believe I've actually built these in the wrong place. I looked at the door, and then, yeah, they're supposed to be just up there. So let's go ahead and move these along. That is my bad, guys. Sorry about that. Rookie error. I'm going to take my chains back from my item frame here. So I was saying I wasn't going to get these again, but there we are. That's alright. We'll do ourselves grindstone just up here. It's going to be 1 block next to the glass and 1 block next to the door, and then 3 up this way. And then our chains go on top of these. So shift or crouch click to place them, and then build these up. Now these are in a really cool position, because what we do with these ones is we build this one on the right side, just beneath the window, to add in a chain here. sorry, a lever here to stop it. And this one goes right up to where the quartz stops, just up here. And the chains go up just like so. What you can also do here is leave this gap of 2, this gap of 1, and on this gap of 2, on this left side, add in a lever down here for the cabling that goes from one side to the other for this alley. That's pretty cool. And I think that's all of our levers used up here, but you never know, so we'll keep an eye on this for now. Going down this way, we want to go to where our brick and our quartz kind of collide. We'll take a cauldron here, here, and 2 here. A iron trapdoor goes on the left side. We leave a gap of 2, and we'll place ourselves a cauldron here, here for 2, and diagonally for 1. Iron trapdoor on this left one. Oops. There we go, like so. Brilliant. And I think, oh, besides one more cauldron that goes down this way, we're almost done. So we're going to do this one just beyond the smooth stone door, and where the grass block is here, 2 blocks along, 1 cauldron, 1 iron trapdoor on top, like that. And now we're all done to get some new materials. Alright then, assassins, we are going to get the majority of this alleyway done now. And it involves the cobwebs, as these are going to represent our cables, like the overhead wires that go across our alleyway and out into the street. So we're going to take ourselves a telegraph pole firstly that will hold up these wires. We'll take ourselves spruce fences for this, a block of iron, redstone repeaters, iron trapdoors, spruce slabs, spruce stairs, light grey carpet, iron bars, and of course our cobwebs. We will come over here to this block just here. We'll take this up to 17 blocks high. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 blocks high. Now up here, we're going to do ourselves an iron bar just here, and an iron bar just here. And then we do light grey carpet across the top, like so. Then we're going to take ourselves cobwebs literally from one side of the road to the other, over here, so we literally just do it to there, and over this way. Super boring this part, but don't worry, it'll look good afterwards, to there. So get rid of the excess if you've made some mistakes like I have. It's bound to happen. Cobwebs are strange materials. Right, we're going to take ourselves now to 3 blocks down from the top. 1, 2, 3. And on 4, down here, let's just check if that's 4. 1, 2, 3, yep, 4 is here. We'll do 2 blocks of iron, just down like so. On the beneath, we'll place ourselves iron trapdoors. And on the top up here, we'll place redstone repeaters with the 2 torches facing in towards one another on both sides, like so. On the front of this build, you can actually build yourself like a lamppost design with a stair upside down just here, a slab with a slab on top, and a slab forward just like so. This will also then have an item frame on it and maybe like a sea lantern in just to give it a bit more light. Okay, so now for the cabling. This is a troublesome section, so definitely stay with me. Alright then, are you ready? It's more of a case of I'm asking myself if I'm ready. Alright, we got this, guys, come on, we can do this. Right, we're firstly going to take ourselves down here next to our building and our cherry wood trapdoors. Now we don't want to go to this block just here, we want to go just above it. So I'm going to go here for the second block in. I want that to be a fence afterwards. So here I'm going to take myself my cobwebs stacking up like this. I'm going to remove the ones that connect them like that. And I want 5 of these diagonal in total like this. Once I have 5, I'm going to bring the top one out by 1 block, like this. I'm going to go this way and build up and remove the 2. I'm going to go up diagonally again, this way, and remove that one. And then at the top here, I'm going to take 1, and then of course I'm going to take 1 coming down diagonally, oops, just to connect it like so. Brilliant, so we have the cable, first cable of the day, in here like so. If you want to make that look a little bit more natural, maybe move that one in a bit. So there we go, it kind of goes in 3 stages down like that. Awesome. That looks pretty cool. So for the next one, this is a troublesome one too. we'll take ourselves 2 blocks coming out from the top of the post, like so. Then we want to take ourselves coming down in almost like stages of 3. Firstly though, we'll go down here for 2, and then 1 in the corner. So it goes like towards the quartz building over there. I'm going to do this again, 2 and 1, remove 2. So it goes like this. And then I'm going to come down and to the right, like this. And then bring this forward for 3, like this. Which I know looks really bizarre, but trust me, we'll get in somewhere. Slowly but surely. Now we're going to go down for 2 in this line, like that. Now we need to come down on ourselves for 1 over this way this time, so a bit more diagonal that time, just here. Then we will do 1 for diagonal there, but same layer. Then down diagonally for 2, but these ones are going to go in the straight line, like this. Then we'll do another 2 across this way. I believe these go down a bit further though. Oops, I'm just placing them everywhere but where I want to be. There we go, like this. And then we're trying to get to this part of the building over here. So we don't want to get to that doorway. We want to go a bit past the doorway over here where there's going to be like a cabinet and some stuff. So there's going to be a cherry wood kind of lamppost on the wall over here, which will be 1 block down here. This one, 1, 2, and then we'll start our cable up here. So it would go diagonal like that. Then we'll build this one up diagonal like so. I think, let me just check, let me just double check. Oh, it goes out like that, diagonal for 2. Then it'll go up for 1 up here, like that, or even just out for 1 just there. Then we'll go diagonally up for 1. Yeah, now we're looking on the right tracks, guys. Sorry about that. Got myself a little bit confused. So yeah, we're looking good. We're looking good. And if I want to go ahead and make sure that this is going to actually be able to reach this and not obviously get a bit too carried away, I'll go for 1 just there. And then I'm going to go 1 up on myself here with 2. And then I'm going to go to the side a little bit for 3. And I'm going to bring that one in for 1 just there. So we have this big long cable coming down to that corner over there. That looks good. It'll look even better when we have the rest of them in as well. Good stuff, guys. Okay, from our lever up this way, we want to take ourselves a singular one. Then we drop down here and come out for 2, but obviously remove the one that's not connecting them because we don't want it to be connected. We'll drop this one down across here for 1, like that. Maybe even further forward, like that. Hell yeah. Then we'll go for 2 around the corner here, like this. Then we'll drop down and build 2 forward. And then we'll go 2 down from this one again, like this. And this one should be connecting to a pole that will be on the front of this building in a moment. So I'm going to do another one just there, and that pole will be against this dividing line. So that's looking really good. What I'll next do is take myself a cobweb just about here, and then 1 up this way. I'll do myself 1 forward just here. Then I want to do myself 1 up just here. Another one just about here. And then 1 down from that one. Another one here. And then I'm going to go back onto the building for 2. Upwards for 3. Upwards for another 3. Like so. And then I'm going to go for... Hold on a second, just checking myself out here. Making sure I'm looking good. We're looking good. Then I'm going to go up here. After a gap of 1, that is. And build myself... Oh, actually, I'll come out a second. So I'll drop myself back down. And I'm going to... Hold on. No, I'll build this up for 2. And then over here, I'm going to build myself out for 3. Like that. Then I'm going to go back on this row for another 3. And then dropping down here for another 3. Just there like so. Now back along this direction, we're going to take ourselves over this last quartz door just here before going into the brick one. Obviously we have ourselves our pillar just here. We'll do ourselves another cobweb this side, of where the pillar will be. This one's going to be slightly taller than the other one on the other side, just to give it a bit more depth, you know. We'll do 2 blocks. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. There will be a tripwire hook just here. So I'm actually going to go ahead and swap this for a block, like that. I'm going to take myself a cobweb here, leave a gap and do 1 here. Do 2 in here, and 2 down diagonally to the right here. And over this way, diagonally to this one's left, I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I meant this one's left because that's diagonal. And then up here, we'll go with 1, 2, 3 through our chains, removing the top chains like so. And then finally up this way, another 3, or even 2 to get you to the trapdoor or tripwire hook just here. 3 down here, and then finally 2 over here on top of those chains like so. And I believe that is everything. Oh, there's another little bit just up this way. Okay, almost everything. Alright, we'll go with ourselves some of our spruce fences. We want to come to this window just here, so just up diagonally from our brick block and up diagonally from our window. We'll take a fence and a fence, leaving a gap for our cobweb, and again leave a gap away and do the exact same thing. Now in the middle of these, you can take yourself 2 lots of cobwebs, then down do another 2, then go down diagonally for 1 over this way, across diagonally for 1 again, like that, same layer this time. Then we'll go up diagonally for 2, like this, and then up diagonally for 3, like this. And this one's taking us up to another post that will go up this way, so that's pretty cool. So this is going to be the furthest point away from the structure, I believe. Could even need to be a little bit closer. We'll check that out in a moment. It's looking good though, so we'll come back this way and we're adding ourselves 3 this way from this one. Then we're going to drop down for 2. Actually, what I'm going to do is make this one 2. This one, I'm going to take this one for 2 as well, like so. Then I'll do myself the diagonal 1. Then I'll do myself another diagonal 1. Or even just the same, because that's going to be in the same layer, of course. And then I want to get myself back on that layer there for the next ones, so I'll do myself 1 diagonal, just like so, and make this one 2, like that. So we have the gap in the middle of these 2, so it's going to be worth 3, of course, for when we get onto a new telegraph pole that will go around here. If we need to move those cobwebs a little bit further along to the right, we will do, but for now, that's looking pretty good. I think they may just need to be 1 space along, but I will check it out in a moment, because I don't want to get too ahead of myself. But I feel like we're looking good. Yeah, guys, well done. Okay, for this next step, we are now going to take ourselves some nether brick fences, some chiseled deep slate, some deep slate tile slabs, smooth quartz block, dark oak fences, a birch sign, tripwire hooks, smooth stone, and iron bars as well. Okay then, we are going to go for over here on this loading dock area. We will come to the right of this big door frame over this way, and we want to take ourselves this nether brick fence going right the way up the building and stopping on the sandstone up here. We'll then come down this way. We'll add ourselves in a tripwire hook just here on this block. We'll go above it onto the slab and add in a block above. Don't worry, it's going to be levitating a second, but we're going to add an iron bar behind it to hold it to the building. And this is for like an antenna, sort of satellite dish, for sort of like a Freeview TV on the inside of this building. Brilliant. That's good to go. Now we'll take ourselves our dark oak fences, and we want to come next to the grass down here, where we have these 2 lots. I'm going to build this one coming up to the same layer as my cobwebs. So they'll come up just to the same layer here. If they're not in line, that's okay. Obviously I said it was going to be probably a little bit off, but that's fine. And we'll just build this out on both sides like so. And then we'll go ahead and replace our iron bars with cobwebs to then go ahead and correct this cabling to make it where we want it to go. So I recommend doing 3 from the pillar, dropping 1 diagonally like so, and maybe doing 2 this way, or even 2 down here like that, or even just getting it to the end there like so. That looks good. And for this one, we'll just do 2 here, making sure that we never touch these 2 wires against one another, because obviously that will ruin the look a little bit. And maybe do that just there. And that looks pretty good. Awesome, yeah, I'm happy with that. That's not too bad at all. Cool. Okay, now we'll go back down on this pillar. On this pole, sorry. And we want to take ourselves a no parking in the alleyway sign. So for this one, we'll have to add in ourselves a quartz block. Probably going just about here. And this is going to be the second, well actually third block up on our post just here. So I'll do a birch sign on the front to say no, in all caps by the way, no parking, because it's a command rather than a, you know, a notice, in the alley just here. Or in alley, just like a straight to the point, quite snappy sort of sign just here. You can do that there like that. And we'll stick a sign empty on this other side over here. Now it's strange they don't have the writing on both sides. They might do, but I was a bit lazy and just added a normal sign in on that side. So feel free to add another sign on there that's actually written if you wish to. That would be absolutely fine as well. The other detail we can add whilst we are here is going to be a couple boxes that run just in this little gap here. Now there are quite a few. So what we're going to do here is we'll take ourselves our block of chiseled deep slate and we'll do sort of diagonal ones here. That's going to be a block away from our trapdoor. And then we'll do 1, then we'll do 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So we have 3 lots of these diagonal ones all together. And then we'll do our slabs on top of these, just like so. And that should go up in line with a chain over here. And that's perfect. Now let's go ahead and take ourselves some of these dark oak planks, some andesite slabs, some andesite wall, a lightning rod, a tripwire hook, jungle slabs, jungle fences, jungle stairs, and dark prismarine as well. Okay then, first things first, we want to come back down to this end over here. So on this brick building here, we'll go along just over this way. Actually no, firstly, we'll take a lightning rod up here on our antenna, and that will complete that up. Actually, I recommend putting this the other way around if you can get it the other way around. If it goes the other way around. It might not even go the other way around. I might just be thinking it does. Does it? Now I'm questioning myself. Oh, it does. So I'm going to put myself a block or something temporary just here. And then I'll stick myself that there. There you go. So we have ourselves a nice antenna there. We'll come down to the quartz over here. We'll take an andesite wall. And we'll build ourselves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 just in here. Over this way we'll take ourselves a jungle slab. And we'll build a block here and here. Stair in the middle. And then we'll build blocks in the grass just down here. We'll put fences on both sides of this walkway. And above the door frame, in line with our glass just at the top, we'll do 2 slabs. And then we'll do 2 slabs again, but just a slab gap away. And that will allow us to add ourselves a slab row in front of these like so. You can also do another one at the top just up there and leave this one empty and just add a block in the middle there. So it's like this. Perfect. The next thing we can do is take our slabs again up here, building a block and a slab. And then we'll take this even further by taking our dark prismarine. We will go just over here, a space away from this grass, and we'll build a block of 4 upwards for 2 blocks. Now at the end here, we'll take ourselves our dark oak. Now we can't do very much over here because we don't have all the materials. We can take 2 blocks just built here. We can take 1 andesite slab just here. And then above our door frame, we can just do ourselves a nice sort of sloped roof over this way. I will just have to double check the dimensions of this, which I think I have as a photo. I'm just going to run back to the start up here and just do a similar thing up here as we did to that one just there. So again here we'll do ourselves half of the glass here. The top half will be a slab, half away again, and then in the middle here like so, and a block just in the middle up there. Then we'll do an andesite block and a slab just here. Perfect. And then yeah, back down this way we can take ourselves another, I think there's a few tripwire hooks coming up down this way too, and these ones will go just above the andesite area over here. As you can see, there are blocks ready for us just here. And then if we come back down over this way, I don't think that one has a roof, which is fine, but then one of these ones do, so we need to make sure to get that in. So we have that one done, that's fine. Okay, so yeah, we're going to do ourselves quite high up actually from the rest of this building. We'll do ourselves a slab here, and we'll actually build this one into a block and then build slabs forward like so, and that will connect two fences in a second. Brilliant, I think that's it for these materials. Let's get some more. Let's now go ahead and take ourselves some of this cherry fence, an iron trap door, diorite wall, light grey carpet, a blast furnace, dark oak fences, dark oak stairs, an end rod, and finally a chiselled bookshelf as well. Okay, we'll start from the very end on the left side up here, and we want to take ourselves some of this cherry fence, and we want to go up to where the stairs begin up here. We'll take an iron trapdoor on top of that. We'll go about a space away just here and add an end rod, and then a cherry fence just here. Then we'll do a cherry fence here, here, and here. This one is also going to have ourselves an end rod on top, and then the cherry fence should connect to a chain down here. It does. Perfect. Beneath the chain you can also add in yourself two of these chiseled bookshelves, but I recommend doing the sort of darker patch, of course where the books go on, at the back of the building, just so you have these sort of box crate looking things at the front here, which is pretty cool. We'll then take ourselves a couple stairs here and here, here, and we'll do another one just over here like so. That's perfect. And then we'll take ourselves two fences. Oops, just destroyed my grass and my wall. Ah, there we go. And then we'll connect these to the top, obviously for the sort of overhang roof up here as well, just like so. That's looking good, guys. What I'm going to do over here is add myself in another chiseled just in there, and maybe even do myself another chain just there, maybe even connecting to another iron trapdoor on the top there like so. I think that looks pretty cool. Brilliant. Just get that back just in case we need it again, but I don't think so. We'll do ourselves diorite wall on the far left side of this block of prismarine, and this one will come up behind our cobwebs of course, and it will just go up to there in the stair layer of our wall. Down to the left of this one we'll go about 3 blocks away, 1, 2, 3. On the 4 and 5 we'll do ourselves blast furnaces with the vents facing outwards, and then light grey carpet on top of those as well. That's looking good. Now we want to take ourselves another load of cherry wood, and this can be cherry fence that goes back here. That is next to these two trapdoors and this little sort of cauldron area, and that will come just before our stairs begin up here. And then we'll do one giant fence that goes up the side of this wall here, where we have the quartz bricks, and then before the stairs do an iron trapdoor on top. That's looking really good. I think there are a few more cherry wood things, but I don't think they're fences on the other side of this building, so I think we're okay with letting these go for now. Yeah, I think we're all square with our materials here. It'll probably come and I'll be like, oh yeah, forgot that one little bit, but I think for now we're doing okay. Yeah, okay, awesome. Right then, assassins, we will need an andesite slab once again, some nether brick slabs, nether brick wall, a ladder, scaffolding, jungle stairs, jungle trapdoors, jungle slabs, and finally some cherry slabs as well. Okay then, first things first, we are going to run ourselves up to the building over here, the big building up here. We are going to take ourselves down to the second to last door, which I believe is going to be this one, because there's only 2 doors. So yeah, it'll be this one up here. We will go down to this little sort of alcove area. We want to firstly add ourselves in a unit down here. It's going to be not on this block, it'll be on this block over here. 2 blocks of jungle built with our slabs for 2 layers, then our stairs, and then we'll fold up some trapdoors, or fold them down actually, down here, and again down the front of the blocks here as well. Now up on this left side of it, we'll go 1, 2, 3 blocks away where we have ourselves the cable here. What I'm actually going to do is go ahead and build next to the cable. I'm going to build a block here of my cherry wood. This will actually be a stair in a second, but as I had one space in my hotbar left, I thought we'll get this out of the way as well. We'll get the slabs done at least. We'll build a slab in front of the block with a slab up and then a slab out, and it will be similar to the lamp post that we added on our telegraph pole over here. So that is one just in there. For now, keep the block, that's fine, that'll be a nice marker for our stairs in a second. Or if you prefer the block, feel free to keep it too. There is another one of these that goes just at the end of the building. It is going to be on the third window in. It is going to be down here, again same layer as that one, so just here, one block down from the building, from the window, and exactly the same way as being built. Awesome, so just like so. Brilliant. Now then, we can follow our route along to go ahead and add in ourselves these little chairs that do sort of litter the alleyway around here. So making it look way more detailed, way more built up in certain areas. So I'm just going to quickly scan through over here, see where we're at. So if we come down to our loading bay over here, of course this is where the graffiti is done. We're adding ourselves 3 blocks at the back here, and then 3 slabs at the front. We don't want to finish up this one because this kind of looks temporary or like it's been eroded over time, so we'll leave that there. We'll then go along over this way. Everything is in order, and again everything is looking good, and again, and obviously the end of this is looking pretty good as well. However, we just need to add in one big pillar here with our wall of netherite. We'll bring this one up to where the diorite one ends as well, so it's just about here. We want to add in ourselves a slab just beneath the slabs here, so literally a block down from that, and we'll do a slab to connect to the wall here. You can also do another slab sort of design up the top here, I believe, as well, which will go on top, and this is kind of to represent like a chimney kind of design for this area. So we'll do ourselves just 2 of these slabs against the wall here, a little bit further up of course from the original, maybe even underneath the cobwebs like so, and that's looking really good. Brilliant. So now then, coming back down the other side of this alleyway and finalizing this section with our scaffolding and ladders and things. Now, as the scaffolding can fall, of course, from a big height, it is going to fall through the floor if we don't make the floor too. So I'm going to swap out my cherry slab now for a mud block, and where there's a scaffolding, I'll place a mud block beneath it. So let's go along 1, 2, 3 blocks over here. On this 4th one, we'll stick ourselves mud and scaffolding. We'll backtrack to the little gap here, adding ourselves in a ladder just a space away and in like a square format like so. So coming a bit further along this way, we can also take ourselves along to our cabinet as we saw earlier, and there's going to be a chair besides this cabinet over here, and it will literally go to the left of this cabinet, just like so. So that's how you build the chairs that I'm talking about. Super simple stuff. Over here there's going to be a few pieces of scaffolding just next to these cauldrons, so we'll add 3 blocks in here to do 2 and 1 up here. Perfect. A few more scaffoldings will come on down this side to the right of the big doorway here, and they're going to be not too far but a little bit further away from these cauldrons up here. So for this one I'm going to go right up to the gap, which is about 3 blocks along. On 4 and 5, on 5 I'm going to stick myself a ladder and diagonally up for a ladder. Then I'll do myself 2 more mud just here, 2 more scaffolding. I'm actually going to replace this grass a second to build a scaffolding there and replace my mud here. I'm just going to take myself grass back on that last one. Oops. Sorry, I pick blocked again instead of placing it. There we go. And then I'll do myself scaffolding in the middle, just going up here. Over this way, next to this white door over here, we'll take ourselves a mud block just about here before this part of the building, and a scaffolding and ladder will go here. I also need to get myself an andesite wall, which I'm actually going to grab right now because we don't need the andesite slab anymore. So andesite wall just here. We'll separate this part of the building from the rest just there. Nice one. That'd be good to get out of the way. Now back down this way, again next to this cauldron, there is going to be another one of these jungle cabinets, and it will go just here in this gap. 2 blocks, remember, go up like so, then the stairs, then we fold trapdoors down, and down here as well. Brilliant. And yeah, I think that's everything just in here. It is time, I reckon, to get our flooring done in here, and then maybe texture the walls of our buildings. Alright then guys, we are almost there. I know today has been a long tutorial, but we have made really good progress, and we have almost completed this alleyway, and that is a big scene in Stranger Things, so well done guys, we're doing great. Let's take some cherry stairs now, some pearlescent frog lights, item frames, mud, grey concrete powder, sandstone stairs, andesite stairs, brick stairs, and some bone blocks as well. Now then, firstly, our cherry stairs, just replace these blocks up here. These are pretty simple to build, of course. Then we'll do ourselves an item frame and a diagonal pearlescent frog light on these 2 lights just in here. We can also take another one up here for the street sort of lamppost just up there. That looks awesome. Now the next thing to do will be to take our mud, and starting right at the bottom down here, we will fill in this section just here with mud. If you want to go ahead and sort this one out, it's going to be obviously a drain that we were talking about before. So I recommend taking a trapdoor from the item frame section and just adding it in there like so. Then we'll do the rest of this section mud. Out to here for 2. Up this direction, we'll do 1 concrete powder, mud around here and under the stairs, because of course it's not getting any light, so it's just going to stay mud probably. Down here and in this gap as well. Brilliant. The rest of this little bit will just be concrete powder up to where the mud begins just there. It's also going to be concrete powder along this way until we reach mud just over this way for those 2. And then these ones are going to be mud as well for strips of 2 that come up to our 3rd lot of grass, or just before it, just here. Then they'll go up for 2 blocks on their own up this way. And then we'll obviously make this into the 2 lines like so. Under the stairs is pretty much mud besides where the grass is, of course. So we'll just go ahead and fill in the gaps, including underneath this piece for our fence post. So yeah, all of this section pretty much muddy. And then as you come into this bit over here, all we do for this bit is we're going to come out a block from the 2nd block from the end, so where the slab is, and build this along for about 4 blocks, and then it will go back in on itself just after the grass actually, so 5 blocks. Up here, 1, 2, then back in for 1, up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, to reach the smooth stone over here. Under the chain, of course, and then in the gaps here that haven't got the grass on. Awesome. Yeah, that looks really good. Over this way, I might just go ahead and extend this out for 3, like so. No, I think 3 actually does the job there. Maybe even just change it though this way, like that. Yeah, that looks better. So I can keep it like a gap of 2 just in here where my concrete powder is going to be. And basically we just fill in the section with concrete powder now. This is going to be a long process, but it will look really good once it's done because it will be heavily textured. And of course, as we're trying to build this sort of dilapidated road, then we need it to be really textured and looking old and sort of run down. Or even really used. You know, it looks like it's been used a lot for like loading and unloading different materials into these buildings and these shops. So as you can see just there, I added like a mud in the gap. So you can imagine where it's like going to be shadowed by the buildings is where you'll want to add your mud in. So of course under the cauldron there, not forgetting that one. Right the way under here to there. Right the way to this section. And I'll be honest, this left side is pretty much all muddy. So you can just go ahead and run this from one side of your alleyway to the other, which is really helpful. And it's going to be underneath pretty much all the cauldrons as well. So if you see a gap that you're not sure of along the side, just fill it in with mud. So like that. I might even do one there as well. Bring this along. like this, and we'll do the occasional patch of mud in the center, but try not to go too heavy on it because, as I say, the rest of this is going to be pretty chill. So I'll do 2 just up here like this. That looks pretty good. Yep, as you can see, you can probably tell where you will need mud and where you won't. So maybe up in this gap, obviously you can see where the door is just here. You might want to think, okay, maybe I need some mud to come out of this this doorway and where we have all of these cauldrons. So what I'm going to do up here is go ahead and build this along to that second grass block, and then add in 2, and then that should finalize me for the end there. And up this way I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just before the door up here. And then back along this way where the scaffolding is, we'll bring the mud out quite far actually. We'll go right the way along to this other cauldron, like so, and then obviously a little bit beyond it, and then coming up a little bit we'll do a bit more, but we won't end it just like right there because that'll be too symmetrical, so we'll just do it a little bit before. So I'm just going to do that like so. Now up this way I maybe will extend a couple more blocks down this way and then stop it there before the one singular one, and then as we get a little bit further down this way I can just go ahead and build maybe 5 and then do 3 coming out like so. So as you can see, we're just sort of texturing, we're not doing too much too soon or too far out. We're just doing little bits here and there just to make it look like this is all naturally sort of been getting this way for quite a while now. So I'm just going to do a few bits here and there, a little bit there, and then maybe a couple blocks just out here. Now I'm purposely changing this up from my original one because just to show you guys that you don't need to stick to my original one for it to look pretty cool still. So there we go, I'm just going to do this over here as well. Now this side's a bit more muddy because of course we have it coming out into the alleyway a little bit further, but certain sections of course don't need to be as muddy as others, so you can leave like little patches of grass here and there as well. The only thing we want to do is make the majority of the middle our concrete powder, and that will just look really good. So I'm just going to do a few blocks like this. Like I say, I'm not sticking to any sort of format here now. I'm just going sort of freehand, just going a little bit rough. And I sound like an artist, don't I? I sound like I sound like some type of weird artist. All right. Oh my gosh. Right, let's just do it up this way, like this, and then over here, maybe under the cauldrons as well, because they're going to be obviously shadowed by the landscape. Underneath that one too. Get my grass back for this one. Round here. Over this way as well. And I find this part quite relaxing. It is very, very time consuming, but it is kind of relaxing too, because you can really just do your own thing. And that's obviously like really nice to have that freedom. So I'm just going to do some mud under here as well. And then to the end there like so. So as you can see, I have most of my middle section is grass still, and what I'm going to do now that I've textured the outsides and I'm happy with it, I'm going to go ahead and add my concrete powder in these gaps. I might also add this one in too, just so it gives it a bit more, you know, like it's sort of seeping out and only parts around that section have been like eroded. So yeah, let's get this filled up with our concrete powder, and then we'll do texturing of the buildings, then building the cars, and finally the graffiti, and then we're done. So now that you've done that, and hopefully it's looking really cool, I'm pretty happy with this. Obviously we have some patches of grass still around, and that's absolutely fine. We want this to make it look, you know, like it's sort of being retaken by nature as well. So no, that's perfect. We'll now take our stairs, and we want to go ahead and texture our buildings. Of course we'll start at the cinema, and we'll just go ahead and start placing stairs randomly in where blocks should be. And these will add little gaps in our building and make it look kind of like it's got holes everywhere, and it's sort of, you know, almost running down. So I'm just going to go quickly around here and just place these in random spots. Try not to group these too much because you don't want to make it look like the building's about to literally fall over. That's not what we're going for. So another technique you can use as well for these buildings is, like I've done here, mine kind of looks like a cheese block now, which is actually what we're going for, which is good. You just want to go ahead and stick your stairs in, but you can stick them upside down as well. so it gives them even more sort of perspective, which is pretty cool. And you can also, don't be shy of like doing it in these little gaps here. I know that's kind of an important part of the building because it's been shown on 2 sides, but trust me, that actually looks really cool. Even here where we have, of course, the fence. As long as we're not seeing into the actual building directly, then these little gaps here and there do look pretty awesome. I'm not going to do too many over this way because I think too many on the same layer will look, like I said, a bit too much. Also, try not to get too many on the same row, because again, that will look like there's one layer of the building that's just about to collapse, and we don't want that. So we're just trying our best to give it a bit more texture more than anything, and try and make it look a bit more natural. And down here in the foundation, you can also do a few. Again, don't go too much to town, but just do a few here and there. So yeah, I'm going to leave you guys to do this one. I'm going to work on that one in a second. I'll show you this one. Obviously, again, you can do the same as the cinema. So we just do a few little bits and bobs here and there with upside down stairs and normal place stairs. And again, don't do too many. Roughly about 7, I think, in total will do that little section. Over here, you don't have to worry about these ones because these are kind of like they've been plasterboarded on the front or painted. So if you want to do like a little bit for chipping paint or something, feel free, but you don't need to go too much to town again with these ones. What I am going to do though is take myself a smooth quartz stair here, and I'm going to go ahead and place this upside down above the doorway without a roof, just because I think that adds a bit more to it. And then over here, all you do for texturing this building is you can take bone blocks in a couple of the different quartz bricks here. So you can maybe do 2 there, like so, a couple over this way, a couple surrounding some windows like this, and then literally doing this all the way around. Do go to town on this building because it will look really cool, as this is kind of representing the sort of paint decaying or just chipping away because it's really old. So yeah, this will look really good if you do go a bit crazy with it. So I'm going to leave you to do these texturing things on your own, guys, and then we'll get back to building some cars. Let's go for it. Awesome work, Assassins. That is looking so much cooler now. As you can see, everything is textured and it looks way awesomer, if that's a word. I also did this building whilst I was here, but I made sure not to go too crazy, and also make sure to come behind this pole if you can, just because it looks way more natural. And when you're doing the texturing around this doorway, obviously we're using stairs here, so make sure to go upside down, so the opposite direction to the stairs we're using, because otherwise it will look like the door extends, and obviously we don't want that. Alright, the next part, we are going to take ourselves some blocks of lapis, polished andesite stairs, an item frame, block of coal, polished black stone button, black stained glass pane, black stained glass, and a blast furnace as well. Now this will help us get started with both cars, and then we can just detail them individually afterwards. So the first car we're building is of course the Camaro, that it goes just over here. We want to go ahead and come next to the cauldron for 1 block of lapis, then we'll take ourselves the blast furnace, another block of lapis, our block of coal, on both sides of course, our block of lapis for 2 behind, another block of coal, and then finally 3 lapis at the back here. You can also do lapis in the middle of the car here, because we can't access this anyway, so it doesn't matter about getting into a driver's seat. We'll take ourselves black stone buttons on all the points we can. Of course these are going to be on the wheels, so I think we can put them, yeah we can, on all of the sides there, which is perfect. We'll then take ourselves black stained glass, we'll go on this one, pane here, here, and a block just in here. And then we'll do 3 blocks over the back 2 wheels, like so. Perfect. We'll now take ourselves an item frame here and here. Oops, not on the blast furnace, the one next to it, like so. And that's where we're at with the Camaro. Coming over to the second car, the only other car in this alleyway, it is going to be right back here next to this brick built area over this way. We'll take ourselves our block of coal firstly, and we want to go just in front of the blast furnace here. So we'll go just about here, and then obviously one space away. Actually, I'm going to build this back just by a block here. Then I'll take myself polished andesite for 2 upside down stairs here, and a blast furnace here. Item frame, 2 more blocks of polished andesite behind, 2 more wheels, polished black stone buttons on all 4 of our tyres. And then we'll do upside down stairs here. We'll do ourselves 2 stairs in the middle of the car. A block here and a block here. I know they're a bit cramped, but it's okay. A little bit of detail. We'll add ourselves a block here and here. And then 3 stairs down the back of the car. That is my stomach rumbling. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear that. Oh my word. Right, there we go. That is looking good. So we'll have to grab the new materials to finish up these cars. I have a feeling, I could be wrong, I'm hopefully wrong, but I feel like I missed a material. Anyways, we're going to take some glass panes, light grey carpet, blue carpet, a beacon, a block of redstone, string, and a spruce sign as well. And we'll come over to the grey car firstly. We'll place 3 blocks of glass here. We'll do our carpet around the front sort of bumper area and bonnet area. We'll do a piece of string over here. We'll do ourselves 3 pieces of carpet over the middle and 1 piece of glass here. At the back here, you can also do a piece of string and then add your 3 carpet over the top. And then we'll do 3 carpet at the back of the car. We'll take ourselves a glass pane here and 1 here for the wind mirrors. And that's what I forgot, a tripwire hook, which is we're going to need for the other car in a moment. So just grab that one now. Had a feeling I did miss something. There we go. We'll do a beacon here and here for the front headlights, and we'll also do it on the Camaro up here. And for the back headlights, you can actually take yourself a block of redstone, which I believe I just forgot how to place item frames for. So we'll grab those back now. There we go. 1 just here and here. Block of redstone. And up here as well. Block of redstone. Now this little car is pretty much done. The only last detail you can add is a license plate on the back of the vehicle. I recommend coming down to the 2nd row on your sign and just going with a bunch of random letters. A couple capitals, but no more than maybe 6 letters. Just like so. You can even include a couple numbers. Might just do 64 on that one. Hejut. It sounds like a German car make. And then we'll do it over here. Something different as well. So we'll go for like a K, a Y, a U, and a B, and then 56. Why not? And that's that. We'll do blue carpet over the top of this one. We'll do 3 more over here. We'll do a piece of string in the middle. Now we'll have to get that one back because I obviously need to get my item frames back because I'm a noob. So we'll just take ourselves the string back. Boom. Carpet even over this bit at the top. Then we'll do ourselves the tripwire hooks on the sides for the wing mirrors. And the reason we don't use glass here is because, of course, we have the curved sort of wing mirror here, but we also don't want it to connect to the building. That would just look a little bit silly. That's good. We'll take blue carpet over the hood here and only 1 block over the blast furnace here, so we get a bit more texture of like sort of streamline with our car. And yeah, that looks really good. So that's that, I believe. I think that's everything here. Awesome. Now time to crack on with the banners and we can call this alleyway complete. Now to save us a little bit of time and hassle just getting a loom out of our inventory, not that it's too much hassle and creative, but you know what I mean. We can come to our loom on our Radio Shack Radio Shack street up here, and we can take some yellow dye, some lime dye, 10 of our yellow banners, and the banner pattern for Borgia indented. Okay, opening this up, we want to write ourselves, Byers is a perv. Excuse my expression, I don't think so, just, you know, that's what it says in the show, it's not me. So I need to clean up my inventory. So as usual, when you open your loom, you want to go ahead and spread out your banners. Hopefully you have a nice clean inventory like I do now. Alright, we'll go ahead and take ourselves the yellow banner in. We'll take lime dye in firstly. We want to go with a lime pale Dexter firstly, which I think is one of these lines. It is that one on the left. Then we stick that back in and we get ourselves Borgia indented in lime, just here, as you can see. And then literally we'll go ahead and outline that one in a moment. So first things first, of course we have B for Byers, we need Y just to be next. So we will go with this diagonal line just here, which is going to be the lime bend. We'll take that banner out and put it back in, swapping our lime for our yellow now. And we'll go ahead and surround this sort of diagonal line on the right side here with more yellow. So we'll go with that pale inverted just there. Per pale inverted. Yellow comes back out, the lime goes back in, and we get the other diagonal line just here, which is the lime bend sinister. Awesome. Now we need to write ourselves an E, and this is going to come up twice in our tutorial. This is going to be helpful. We'll take a lime pale dexter here. We'll take ourselves a middle line here, which is going to be called a fess, and then we'll take ourselves a base fess and a per fess just here. Or chief fess, even. My mistake. Then we'll take ourselves another banner in. We can keep the chief fess just there for now. We can take ourselves another one of these diagonal lines, so the bend, and then we'll get ourselves a pale dexter down the left side. For the S, we just want to go with another one of these bends, another chief fess, and another base fess. Not a very fancy S, it kind of looks like a Z, but that's okay. We'll go with an I next, so we're going to need a base fess. We're going to need this middle line, which is called a pale, and then a chief fess as well. Now we already have another S, so that's fine. So we get the A next. We're going to need a chief fess. We're going to need a fess. We're going to need a pale dexter, and we're going to need a pale sinister. So that is buyers is A. Then of course the last word we need is going to be the troublesome one. So we'll take ourselves a pale sinister. We'll swap our lime dye for our yellow, and we'll half this banner back to yellow. So we'll get the bottom half to be yellow again, which is going to be a yellow per fess inverted. Taking our yellow out, we'll put our lime back in for a fess just in here. Then we'll go with the top line just here, which is going to be the chief fess again, and then the pale dexter for the P. Now we have the E and the R already, so the last one we need is going to be the V. I got a spare banner just in case. So we'll get ourselves a lime pale dexter, and then we'll get ourselves this lime pale sinister just here. And put all these back in our inventory. We then go ahead and swap out our lime for our yellow, and start to use the border up here to go ahead and border all of our banners so that they are mostly yellow, and the graffiti is only the line part. There we go. So I'm just going to move all of these into my hotbar, and then I'm going to go ahead and come over to my alleyway, which is way down here. Way down here. Meow. On this one, of course, where our item frames are, that's helpful. We'll take our B, then we'll take our Y, then our E, then our R, then our S. We will take our I and our S, then our A, and then our P, E, R, and V, just in here like so. And there we have ourselves the graffiti. So that is the rest of the alleyway now completed. Oh my word, what a big tutorial that one was. Well, Assassins, I think episode 20 has been my biggest tutorial to date, which is crazy. But thank you so much for getting to the very end of this video. I really do appreciate your dedication and your commitment to building along with me here on my channel. So thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate that. If you could do me one last huge favor and just drop a like on this video, as it is a super long one, I doubt many people are going to want to click on it. So if you could drop a like, it will get this video recommended to more people out there who are hopefully Stranger Things fans too, and they can come and join us for some more building. As this is going to be the end of this section for now, of course we need to build the cleaning place across the road, but I need to go ahead and finish that street, so it's going to take a little second. If you want to go ahead and just sort out this section here, maybe you can even put some interior for the buildings here, but of course I'm going to teach you the storefront for this building here. I don't think it's a store, I think it's actually a garage for like cars and things, so I'm going to have to sort that out in the next episode too. So I'll probably get that street done and this garage area too. But for now we have ourselves a full-on alleyway which looks really well detailed and very textured, which is the main thing. So yeah, thank you so much, Assassins. Have an excellent rest of your day. I will see you very shortly for another Wheelassassin guide. Don't forget to check me out on social medias so you can check the rest of stuff to come. And please consider subscribing if you're new around here. Have a good one, and goodbye for now, Assassins.